everybody, I am the Grey Bokoblin. I like Hearthstone. I also like Dead by Daylight. So I thought, why not combine the two? And so we get this video, where I make every DBD killer into a Hearthstone card. The only rules I have are that I can't make a card that's stupid overpowered, so no 10/10 for 1 mana. So balance is a factor, although it isn't perfect. My judgment can be faulty. And I am trying to base this off the Dead by Daylight appearance, so keep that in mind for licensed killers in particular. But let's get on with the video.
The Trapper is a 5 mana card with 3 attack, 3 health, and the Battle Cry. Summon 2 5/1 bear traps, both of which have taunt. The Wraith is a 3 mana card who has 2 attack, 3 health, as well as both stealth and Wind Fury. Hillbilly is a big one. He is 6 mana, 6 attack, 4 health, charge, and +4 attack when damaged. The Nurse takes inspiration from Cajun Sunfury, as she has 5 mana, 5 attack, 1 health, charge, and ignores taunt. Mike Myers is very complex, though still nothing compared to later cards. He's 8 mana, 2/2, and his Death Rattle summon Tier 2 Myers, who is 5/5, who has the Death Rattle to summon Myers in Tier 3, who only takes 1 damage at a time while being 8/8. So in short, he's going to take quite a while to kill. Hag will take a second to explain. She is 6/6/6, the devil, and with the Battle Cry, to summon a fuck ton of Phantasm traps, all of which have the Death Rattle. Hag attacks whoever killed this trap. Then Hag's Death Rattle is to destroy all traps. My main Doctor gets an incredibly broken effect. He's a 10 mana card with 3 in both stats, and enemy minions can only attack other enemy minions. If they try to attack one of your minions, no they didn't, they'll just attack one of themselves. And if there are no enemy minions left, they will quite simply just attack the enemy hero. So in short, you gotta deal with Doctor before you can do anything. Huntress is a 6 mana card with 4 in both stats and the Battle Cry. She will attack every enemy minion once up to 7, dealing 2 damage each with a Hatchet Toss. For every enemy that she doesn't attack, so for every empty slot on the enemy minion board, Huntress will deal 2 damage to the enemy hero. So in short, she's a 6 mana card that can potentially do up to 14 damage to the enemy hero if the enemy has no minions. Yeah, I might have overdone it with Huntress. Sorry. Leatherface is a 6 mana card with 5 in both stats and the Battle Cry to destroy an enemy minion and both minions adjacent to it. Surprisingly simple. Freddy Krueger is a 3 mana card with 3 in both stats and the Death Rattle to destroy one of your opponent's mana crystals. And by destroy, I mean completely destroy. They have to build it back up again. So if they had 4 mana, now they only have 3 mana. And their next turn, you would have 5 mana while they only have 4. Yup, sounds like Freddy Krueger to me. The Pig is a 3 mana card with 1 attack, 6 health, and the Battle Cry. All enemy minions that are alive when this minion was placed are destroyed at the start of your next turn if the pig is still alive. So let's say that there's a Tez Dingo out on the battlefield. If you place down the pig and the pig is still alive at the start of your next turn, then they will destroy Tez Dingo without any hesitation. So it essentially functions like a slightly more powerful version of the Doomsayer. The Clown is a 4 mana card with the Battle Cry, choose 1. Give all enemy minions -2 attack for 1 turn or all friendly minions +1 for a turn. He has 3 in both stats. The Spirit is a 6 mana card with 5 in both stats, as well as both Stealth and Reborn. The Legion is our only true spell card, with all the other ones being in the form of character battle cries. And though this spell is to summon the Legion members, who are Frank with Charge, Julie with Poisonous, Joey with Taunt, and Susie with Wind Fury. I am not a huge fan of the Plague in Dead by Daylight, but I did come up with an interesting idea. Her battle cry is to reduce all enemy minions to 1, she's a 5/3/3. But if she becomes corrupted, her battle cry changes to deal 5 damage to all enemies, which includes the enemy hero. Ghostface is probably my favorite card of all my non-mains. His battle cry is to steal 1 attack from every enemy minion and then to attack every single enemy minion until either Ghostface dies or he's attacked every one of them. Until afterwards, he will have his attack set to 0. So no matter how much attack he had while he was in your hand, he will always have 0 attack after he's done attacking. So yeah, interesting effect. I like it. Demogorgon is a card that would have 5 in all stats, as well as the Death Rattle. I know the card is wrong, but he would summon a 0/5 Demogorgon portal, which, if this is alive at the start of your turn, the Demogorgon will essentially return, destroying the portal in the process. So you need to deal with the portal in order to not deal with Demo again. Oni is a lot like Grommash Hellscream. He is 9 mana, 6 in attack, 7 health, charge, and +4 attack when damaged. So he's essentially an alternate version of Grommash Hellscream. Deathslinger is a 5 mana card with 5 attack, 3 health, and the battle cry to reduce an enemy minion's health to 1, then that minion would attack Deathslinger. Pyramid Head is a 9 mana card with 10 in both stats, however he cannot attack. He does have Taunt and the effect, if your turn ends and this card is alive, he deals 5 damage to all injured enemy minions. Blight has 4 in all stats and charge. A very simple card. Twins are a 5 mana card with 3 attack, 4 health, and the battle cry to summon a 2/2 Victor who has charge. It should be noted that Charlotte would take damage for Victor, however. So in short, you have a 2/2 immune minion. It's just they're not technically immune. Trickster is a 5 mana card with 4 in both stats and the battle cry to repeatedly deal 1 damage to every enemy minion until 1 dies. So it essentially functions as a repeated Fan of Knives card. Nemesis is a big boy who gets big stats. He has 10 in every stat, he can't attack, and he has Taunt, similar to Pyramid Head. However, rather than doing damage to every injured enemy minion, Nemesis will instead just randomly attack an enemy minion. Just like that. And if there are no enemy minions, he's about to do 10 damage to the enemy hero. Fuck, that's a lot of damage. To reference the Cenobite being removed, I made him useless. 0/0/1. No effects. I hope you enjoy the funny. Artist has 3 in all stats, and the battle cry to summon 2/2/2 Ink Crows with Rush. Sadako is a 3 mana card with 1 in both stats, and the Death Rattle to deal 7 damage to every character, which includes your hero. Dredge is a 6 mana card with 1 in both stats, and the battle cry to randomly destroy an enemy minion and gain its stats. If there is a kindred effect in play, he does this twice. Wesker is a 7 mana card with 6 in both stats. He doesn't have any special effects or battle cries or anything like that. He's simple, like in DBD. My boy Knight gets a very big effect. 10 mana, 5/5, and his battle cry is to summon his boys, those being a 4/5 Carnifex who has Taunt, a 1/4 Assassin who has Poisonous, and a 3/3 Jailer who at the end of your turn silences every enemy minion. Skull Merchant will be the only killer to interact with the corpse mechanic, as she's a 6/1/1 similar to Dredge. However, Her battlecry is to spend up to 8 corpses to gain that much attack and health. The Singularity is the by far most complex card I've made. He is 8 mana with 6 in both stats, and the battlecry to summon 2 biopod locations, who at the start of your turn and at the end of and after being placed, they will mark enemy minions after being so, and the Singularity will attack those minions. The battlecry also gives an EMP, which costs 10 mana, which is able to destroy the biopods, or if you destroy Singularity, he will destroy the biopods. The Xenomorph is a 5 mana card with 4 attack, 5 health, stealth, taunt, and the effect of whenever he takes damage, all enemy minions take 1 damage. Chucky will be interacting with the Miniaturize effect. He's a 1 mana card with the battlecry to equip to 1/1 knife, and the mini version of him is what mini versions are like. 1/1/1 and the same battlecry. The Unknown is a 6 mana card with 5 attack, 6 health, and the battlecry to summon 2 1/1 hallucinations. If either of the hallucinations are alive, the Unknown is immune. Vecna is the most complex card, second only to Singularity. He is a 10 mana card with 10 attack, 5 health, and the battlecry to put the 4 Vecna spells into your deck. Those being Flight of the Damned, which does 5 damage to all enemy minions, Mage Hand, which gives all friendly minions taunt, Dispelling Spear, which silences all enemy minions, and Fly, which makes your hero immune for 1 turn. Dracula is a 7 mana card with 7 in both stats and the choose 1 battlecry to become either the 4/4 wolf form with rush or the 3/3 bat form with stealth, both of which have the death rattle to summon the real Dracula. Houndmaster is a 5 mana card with 5 attack, 4 health, and the battlecry to summon a 3/3 snug with rush. This is not like Victor. Houndmaster does not take damage for snug. Kaneki is an 8 mana card with 7 in both stats, charge, and the death rattle to put 2 enemy minions at 1 health. As we all know, William Afton, aka Springtrap, always comes back, thus he has Reborn. He's 6/5/5, and his death rattles to deal 2 damage to the enemy hero, so he's going to be doing that twice. Krasu is our final killer. She is 8 mana, has 3 in both stats, and her death rattles to summon the 6/6 Krasu head, as well as 2 bloated leeches, which you have seen on Lich King cards. And that's the video. I hope you enjoyed. Have a good day.